All right, we're doing a mini training session with Migizi. He's learning to station at the stationary target, which is that pylon. It has a handheld target inside, which isn't ideal because it's just a crop with one of those hands on the end. Ideally, you want something really more distinct for the end of the target, so they really understand that that's what you want them to touch. And the target's really good to help them with leading, help them investigate scary objects, to be used to station at, so they understand that if it's stationary, you want them to stay there, which can really help for husbandry behaviors, picking their feet, grooming, all that, where instead of necessarily tying, but you can also teach them to tie. There he's going to his cone. So right now I'm just waiting for him to just be relaxed in the environment before I go in, especially not rushing the gate, because these guys really get excited when you come up to the gate and they all like to swarm and shove their little noses through. So I'm just letting him know that I'm not going in there until he's not looking at me and he's just relaxed. So I'm gonna go in now. So here he's waiting with his head turned away. I'm delivering the treats with his head straight. Here he's walking away, he's distracted, that's okay. Wait for him to think. He went back on his own accord. Good boy. Good. Good. So I want him to be able to keep his head away from me even when I'm rummaging in the treat pouch. And eventually you can build duration to where you walk away from the target, you walk around him, and he stays put. So he's going to investigate. I'm not going to treat him. I'm going to wait until he's just showing me a little more signs of relaxation. Now he's young. He's saying, "What do you want me to do?" I'm just going to wait. A lot of this training is also just letting their brain work. So even though he moved away from me there, he went back to the target, and that's what I want. So we can refine that later. This is just the beginning. Good boy. Yeah, you are touching the target. I'm just going to wait and see if maybe he'll back up. He's repositioning there. So now we're back in our original position. I'm standing on his left shoulder. Good. Good. Good boy. Now eventually you want to refine this so they're not craning their neck completely the opposite direction, and they're not doing what he just did, ping-ponging back. He kind of checked out the tree pouch and then he's throwing his head to the opposite side. So can he just give me a little more relaxation? Good boy. Good. Good. Now I'm going to take the handheld target and I'm going to start moving with him. I'm going to use protected contact, which is this makeshift reverse round pen that I've set up, where the human goes on the inside and the horse goes on the outside. So, walk on. Good boy. Good. He's distracted, but that's okay. In this kind of training, you allow the horse to have more autonomy than in traditional horse training. And having food, another food source available other than the human with the treat pouch, where the horse might feel coerced or pressure to perform something that they're actually not comfortable with. Good boy. Good. He caught himself. He thought about looking in here. I'm just gonna wait. So if the food that you have is the only source of food, he's gonna go to his cone, because good boy. See, that's a little confusing that I have the cone over there. Walk on, because that's what we were just practicing. So I could actually incorporate it as part of the setup. But he does know how to target. He's hearing mares. He's a stallion. He's just learning what that all means. Migizi. Walk on. Good boy. Good boy. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna rummage in my treat bag. He's waiting. I'm just gonna feed lower down. Good boy. So again, if the only food source is the food source you have, they can sometimes feel anxiety and pushing through and going over threshold in order to get the treats you have. So if you allow them to graze, or have some hay in the training environment, there's always another place they can get food. So you're not the gatekeeper. Good boy. Walk on. So he's had a pretty high reinforcement history over there, so he's like, I'm going to try to just stand there. But I just want you to come with me right now. And if he doesn't target right away, I take it away. Walk on. And then represent it, so it doesn't lose its meaning. And I'm kind of unfocused because I'm filming and trying to talk at the same time I'm doing this, so I'm not 100% in the moment. So he's kind of taking the opportunity to be distracted, because I'm distracted probably as well.